So, controversial question. Should you put your pricing on your website? That's what we're going to be talking about. And I'm going to tell you the reasons why you absolutely should. My name's Ollie Luke. Welcome to the Business of Hearing podcast. And if you're a private practice hearing care leader that wants to grow reputation, recognition, and revenue, then you're in the right place. But this is the big question, right? The question that I put a LinkedIn post out not too long ago about should you put your pricing on your website? And it was quite fun to watch the absolute handbags that occurred underneath it, right? People arguing, debating, you're right, you're wrong, etc., etc. I didn't really give too much of my opinion, but I'll give it now because I believe every practice should put their pricing transparently on their website, only if they've done the work to get their pricing correct. And I'll come on to that a little bit in a moment. But why do I believe practices should put their pricing on their website? Why is this advantageous? Why is this smart? Because there's complexity, pricing is different per patient. Our competitors will price shop us. We don't want people knowing the pricing. It'll put them off before they come in. Like all the reasons that we hear are very, very valid. But I think there's three strong reasons why you should that outweigh the reasons why you shouldn't. And the first one is simply this. You as an independent practice are fundamentally built on trust. Like the reason patients choose you is because they trust you. The reason your community chooses you is because they trust you. The reason physicians refer to you is because you're trusted. And in much of your communications, much of your marketing, much of your value proposition, I would like to assume that the fact you're trusted by many is a reason that more people should trust you. The problem with that is when we say we're trusted, we're transparent, we do the right thing for the right people, but then we hold our pricing very close to our chest, it becomes a little bit challenging. Because I don't know about you, but have you ever gone to, let's say, a jewelry store and they haven't got pricing on anything? It's a pretty horrifying experience. You're so scared to ask for price. You don't know if you're in the right place. You don't know if you're in the wrong place. And as a result, you typically will never ring the doorbell in order to go in. I think you as an independent practice that's built on trust and transparency, you've almost got to answer the pricing question, because if you're not, someone is, and the person who is Costco. The person who is OTC. The people that are playing in that bottom end of the market that is not you. And without answering the question, I feel it damages trust. Like if I'm looking at you as an independent practice on behalf of myself or somebody that I care about, I want to see that, okay, can I trust this person? Well, they're hiding their pricing. They won't tell me. They won't share it with me. It now feels like it's a hidden secret. I feel like I'm going to get pitched when I turn up. I'm going to get put in a corner and given pricing that I'm not prepared for and have a human stare at me in the eyes until I make a decision and tell them yes or no. I feel from a buying decision perspective, it puts the buyer in a very, very awkward situation. And I think practices that put pricing more at the forefront, practices that have done the work in order to get their pricing correct so they can demonstrate it and demonstrate the value through their pricing, are the ones that mean that people can look at them. They're seen as trusted, where everyone else keeps them close to their chest and isn't trusted. And it makes them very, very easy to stand out. Second big benefit of pricing on your website is it does an amazing job at pre-qualifying people. Like how many patients do you have that turn up that you've just got friction? As soon as the price conversation comes up, there's friction. There's the sticker shock. There's the how much, what do I get for that? Why are you more than them? How are you different to these? As soon as you can put your pricing on your website and be transparent with it, guess what happens? The people that turn up already know what the investment is likely to be. And the ones that end up on your schedule sat face to face with you, there's a lot less resistance. You say, okay, we've got to a stage now where we need to discuss the options. Patient already knows the options. They've seen them. They've been part of the web experience. They're almost prepared for that conversation. There's no sticker shock. It makes it a lot easier to grow the help rate, the close rate, however you want to describe it. And of course, it makes it a lot easier for all of your team. They're having less friction-based conversations. And it's a lot simpler. You're having people turn up who want to be helped, who know how much the investment is to be helped, and you are able to help. And similarly for your poor front desk team who've got to field that how much a hearing aids question, all of the time and deal with the awkward conversation of almost having to defend something that is difficult to defend, of simply being able to answer a question of how much something is, which should be a question that every practice should be able to answer. It's nice for them to go, oh, they're on our website. Like, we believe in transparency and trust. Like, yeah, they're all there. All the details are there. And then there's a third big reason, a very tactical reason why you should do this. And that is something that Google are testing right now in their labs product. And I'm seeing them tested it in a number of industries. I've not seen them do it in health related industries yet, but it's the Ask AI for Pricing button. So what we're seeing now under service-based websites is an option where the user can click a button and AI will call the businesses to ask for a price. So what this means is you are going to start getting phone calls at some point next year, I'm not sure on the timeline, from AI to say, I've got somebody interested who wants to know the price of this, please can you answer? And you've then got to tell the AI, no, we don't tell our pricing, or whatever it may be. It's going to be more and more challenging. And what are Google going to prioritize? They're going to prioritize the ones that are transparent, that they can read and engage the information from. The AI can pull the pricing information from in order to answer questions and help the user that it's there to support. So very tactically, the practices that are transparent with their pricing are going to get the upper hand on search, get recommended more in AI search, and be more likely to be the logical option for patients that are well researched and already know the numbers prior to them coming visiting somebody like you. So 3 very tactical reasons that I believe every practice should be transparent with their pricing, but it all sits with the one big caveat, and that is you've got to do the work to get your pricing correct. Because if you just go to your website and say, our resound 9s are this, the Starkey this is this, the Phonak this is this, and you start labeling hearing aids for price, then you're in a compromised situation, because now you're competing with everyone and they can go and do the same Google search for the Starkey XYZ and probably find it significantly less. This isn't selling hearing aids. This isn't packaging your hearing aid prices. This is packaging how you help patients to achieve outcomes. This is packaging your treatment plans. If you're unbundled, this is packaging the different options that you have with a price point and the line items of what specifically they get as part of that transaction. But the more you can package this to be like, here are the solutions, and it's not a case of manufacturer, it's a case of like this plan, or this plan. You've got to keep it simple. You've got to do the work in order to package this correctly to be user focused, knowing that the user doesn't know what many of the line items mean. A 3-year warranty, that needs explaining a little more. An L&D, like what these things need a little more purpose attached to them so that the user understands what they are. But if you package that correctly, then you're not apples versus apples, price shopped to alternatives. It's apples versus apples pie. If you can do the work correctly to line item everything the patient gets as part of the transaction and how you support them. And even like warranty, like just a little line item here, a little side note is you saying patient gets a 3-year warranty. Like, help them understand what that means. It's a fully managed warranty. Big difference, because my refrigerator has a warranty. But I know if anything goes wrong with it, nobody's helping me. I've got to pull it out. I've got to find that little number on the back. I've got to find a serial number. I've got to call. Somebody's probably going to come out 6 weeks later. It might get replaced. It might get repaired. It's going to probably have some form of fee attached to bringing this person out. It's going to be a pain in the backside. With a pet hearing aid through you, I can turn up and say, these are broken and you're going to look after me, give me a set of loaners, go and do all the paperwork and work in order to make it nice and easy for me. Explain that, because people don't understand that. And this is just packaging the things that you're doing in a way that makes them focused on the user so that the user understands it. But if you've got your pricing smart, correct, packaged correctly, being transparent on your website to help users understand the options available to them, what the investment is likely to be, and all that they get from working with you, which instantly helps build stronger value proposition to some of the cheaper, lower end options on the market, the more it plays to your favor. Not just from a psychology perspective, but also now with where the algorithm's shifting to in AI search, you're almost getting the upper hand as well through being transparent, fair, and open with your pricing through your site. So as I'm sat here right now, what's my advice to you? Is please do the work to get your pricing correct. That's just not just going to help more patients say yes and protect your value proposition. It's going to make you significantly more money in the short term, but it's also going to help you to package this on the website correctly, which means that more people are going to logically choose you come towards appointments, less resistance for your team, less friction, and naturally that will be favored more and more by where AI search is going. So hopefully that's helpful. Maybe you disagree. Please let me know in the comments, and I'll speak to you again very soon.